Well, I go this way a lot, down Bulli Pass. Usually takes about 2 minutes. It's 2 kilometres, but you can travel it well if the traffic's good. In the top right hand corner, I have a comparison of a good run, normal run, and there's no traffic in front of me at all. So it does give you a good indication of what a good run is like. But in this case, instead of 2 minutes, it took 8 minutes. And that mightn't sound much, but it certainly is on this road. Sometimes you get caught, sometimes you don't. But this time I certainly got caught, and it had to be the worst slow traffic movement ever because of one vehicle at the head. Okay, we're now beginning to slow down and we see a truck ahead, a vehicle. But hang on a moment, what's that way ahead? That's another truck. Another truck travelling slow. So one expects to go slow till you get to the hairpin bend where there is a shoulder lane that slow moving vehicles usually pull over to. But let's see what happens. In the inserted film, you can see we're coming to the hairpin bend and the shoulder lane that's there for slow moving trucks. While we're dragging out to the left there, we can see on the right, the inserted picture, that we're far ahead of this spot and it's a good run and it's what it normally should be, even with the normal amount of traffic. Yes, you can see the rather curious fence line, or whatever you want to call it, barrier to stop rocks and everything sort of falling down on top of people's heads and cars. And to the right there. So, okay, we're going down there and then we're getting to the hairpin bend, but wait, hang on a moment. What happens? The truck in front, way in front, does not pull over to the shoulder lane that's been put in so that slow moving vehicles can actually use that shoulder lane and let the traffic get around. So this guy decided not to use it. However, fortunately, the truck driver in front of me was a decent sort of a bloke and he actually pulled over so we could speed up a little bit. See, this is what the other guys should have done to get around. And we also had a whole bunch of bikies around behind the first truck as well. But we couldn't really do much because that slow moving truck was still slow moving and letting everybody sort of get held up behind. This guy did the right thing. I gave him a bit of a wave as we went by. Thank you very much, sir. So now we had double the traffic line, including some of the world's very slowest bikies imaginable. As I say, this usually takes 2 minutes, but this was taking too long. We can see that we've got there already in the normal speed film. So let's see when we catch up with it. Look there, there's that slow moving vehicle. And he's coming to an area where it's going to be really steep again. Why he's going slow here, I have no idea. But anyway, once again, a shoulder lane that's put to the side of the road, which you'll see soon, he never took any advantage of. He just kept in the main lane. Whereas most vehicles like that pull over to let the travelling public get around in their cars. But no, this guy was going to stick to what he was doing. If bikies are allowed to overtake double white lines to get around vehicles, why can't vehicles do that when there's a slow moving truck? This look at those bikies. It must have been frustrating for them. But look at that truck. I mean, they wonder why people have accidents. Sometimes it's just through sheer frustration. But that guy could have pulled over and these vehicles could have got around it. No mad rush, they could have done it quite easily. Dum, 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 dum. There it goes, around that bend, while all the rest of the drivers are also going around the bend. Yep. Oh, well, very, very slow indeed. Really, here in the 21st century, Bulli Pass might have done previously, but really it needs 4 lanes. It needs 4 lanes, another 2 lanes added to the top section down to the hairpin bend, and then we have another lane added to this. It can be done. Too much traffic and too much slow traffic is using it, and that's just not right for the population that it's supposed to support. From the north, there are only 3 ways into Wollongong and the Illawarra. Lawrence Hargrave Drive via Stanwell Park and Helensburgh, and Bulli Pass, this one, and Mount Ousley. Now, at times, both Bulli Pass and Mount Ousley have been closed. Why? Because of accidents. And that leaves Lawrence Hargrave Drive. And with Lawrence Hargrave Drive being closed for a couple of months, 1 month at a time in 2020, this will be the road getting to the northern suburbs and back through to Stanwell Park, where the road's going to be closed. It's got to be fixed, but this type of thing is not going to help. Now we go to 2 lanes here this side. It would be great to have 2 lanes up and down. But we're still going slow because that truck's going slow, and even the buggies are still going slow. And thereupon is the problem. We see damage to the divider there, which was done by a truck accident some months back, which rolled over that and burst into flames. Thank you very much. So, okay, and well, this guy just really was going back to Thuril. He could have actually gone Lawrence Hargrave Drive. However, we come to a dead stop here. And here is where all the traffic from Stanwell Park to Thuril will be coming out when the Lawrence Hargrave Drive road is closed at Stanwell Park and Bald Hill for a couple of months next year. A couple of months, one at a time, sometime next year. And this is the only point where all that traffic will be able to get out, to turn up, to go Bulli Pass, to go to Sydney. And that is only the real inconvenience. Temporary traffic lights, I don't know if they work with the amount of traffic that comes down Bulli, particularly the trucks and all that sort of thing, as pointed out elsewhere. It would be very hard to stop if something went wrong. It's a real hard task, this one, but I'm sure they'll solve it, and especially for all the whingers out there and stuff like that. Okay, thank you for viewing, and that was the slowest trip down Bulli Pass that I'd ever taken. Catch you later.